All things considered, the 7-minute traffic court trial went pretty well for Eugene Matusevich. He was fined $50, but there was no conviction and no points lodged against his driving record. Several hours later, though, he just couldn't seem to let it go. And that's why the 34-year-old from Bethesda, MD, is due back in court, this time accused of sending a barrage of obscene and harassing text messages to the Montgomery County officer who handed him the citation. "Nice job in court today playing up to the judge so he didn't waive ticket," Matusevich allegedly wrote. "All good, I still make a lot of money." 3 minutes later came another. "You there, fat boy? On a donut break?" Matusevich wrote, according to court filings, adding that he knew what kind of car the officer drove in his private life, a Honda Civic, and sizing up the Civic to his 4-door BMW. "No wonder you hate people like me with nice cars." Matusevich, who has worked in sales and audio production, also sent a Facebook message to the officer's father, according to court records, insulting his son's salary and calling his son a glorified mall cop. "You must be so proud." Matusevich is charged with 3 counts of obscene misuse of a phone and 1 count of harassing electronic communication. The misdemeanors are punishable in total by up to 10 years in jail. The officer, Dominic Stanley, has patrolled the Bethesda area for nearly 4 years. The department said he would not comment on the case. One of his supervisors, Capt. Paul Lickery, said Stanley is an active officer, writes a lot of tickets, and speaks with people in a matter-of-fact, low-key manner. He was named the Bethesda District's Officer of the Month in September. According to court documents, after the traffic court trial on November 14, where Matusevich was assessed $25.50 in court costs, Stanley began receiving text messages from Matusevich, 17 of them in 59 minutes. 8 were laced with vulgarities and cutting insults. One included Stanley's social security number, followed by 3 exclamation points. 2 of the texts were simply photographs of the officer. The next day, Stanley received 21 telephone calls from various people saying they were returning his queries about getting addiction treatment, even though, according to the allegations, Stanley had never requested such help. Later, Stanley texted Matusevich asking him to stop communicating with him and his family. 2 days later, Matusevich responded, saying he would stop, but tacking on 3 more insults and a correction to how Stanley had spelled the word communication, court filings show. Matusevich declined to comment, referring questions to his attorney, who said that it is too early in the case to know if the allegations are accurate or how his client will plead. "It doesn't seem to be consistent with his demeanor," the attorney, Stephen Kupferberg, said. "I don't think there's any danger to the community or this police officer." Kupferberg compared the allegations against Matusevich to those in a disorderly conduct case, when someone is accused of berating and yelling at a police officer on the streets. "I don't think he should be treated any differently than those charged in disorderly cases, which generally aren't jailable offenses," Kupferberg said.